Truly honored to join you all today in this event. It is hard for me to imagine that an event like this one would have taken place before the attempted coup, and where me, a Rohingya, and my organization WPN are invited. So I thank the organizers and member states for this event. I hope this speaks to the greater unity of the Burmese pro-democracy movement and how much more inclusive women's space can be and should be. I believe that by practicing this inclusivity, the pro-democracy movement and leadership will send a stronger message for Burma's human rights and democracy to the world. This is essential today, especially when Burma needs all the international attention it can get. As I speak, the military is committing more war crimes and crimes against humanity across the country, and further endangering ethnic and religious minorities, including Rohingya, with heightened risks of genocide. In prisons and areas of armed conflict, the military is targeting many more women and girls with brutal sexual violence. Burma's human rights and humanitarian catastrophe will continue to deteriorate unless we see a radical transformations in what we and international community do. In this context, the digital platform can help the pro-democracy movement to be more inclusive. These platforms can help democratize barriers of entry, making it easier for more women and marginalized community to do human rights advocacy. We are already seeing this happening today. The women activists are using digital platform to organize and lead protests and campaign and other ways to promote democratic values, as you see in the videos earlier. My organization's Women Peace Network and other CSOs rely on digital platform for these purposes, from reporting and documenting atrocities, amplifying voices from the ground, and providing online human rights trainings, to doing social media campaign and panel discussions on them. And WPN also rely on digital platform for communication purposes. We depend on these to consult with our diverse network on the ground, from young women activists and IDPs in Burma to Rohingya refugees in South and Southeast Asian countries. However, as was described earlier by Yadina, these digital platforms can be dangerous for women offline and online. Offline, women in Burma can be arbitrarily arrested and detained, raped, or murdered by the military for engaging with pro-democracy movement online. The military even weaponized the law to conduct these attacks, for example, by attempting to outlaw the use of VPN. We have seen these kind of attacks before the attempted coup, when users criticizing the military on Facebook were arrested. And abroad, women online activists on pro-democracy movement can be monitored by their host countries, and this endangers them and their families with arrest, detention, and even deportation to Burma. Online, women in pro-democracy movement are often doxxed by the Burmese military and its proxies, especially on Facebook and in Telegram channel. The Burmese military even developed surveillance technology to deal with these online activities. For example, my Facebook page still receives constant attack and humiliations from these military trolls. And online dangers to women can bring offline dangers. This is mainly because the users who engage with these women online are often the ones committing abuses against them offline. Like the case of Rohingya women in 2017, when online hate speech and disinformation, including allegations of fake rape, led to genocidal attack against their community in Rakhine State. Therefore, for women, HRDs, and CSOs to avoid these dangers, there is a need to be a strategy to support them holistically. Offline, the international community must ensure the safety and protections of these women, especially for women in Burma. Governments must take robust actions to hold the Burmese military accountable. For women in exile, countries must ensure them access to asylum, cross-border aid instead of arrest, detention, and deportation. Donors must also provide them with financial and material assistance. And online companies must issue and implement effective safeguards to their digital platform. I'm calling out Telegram, Meta, and Twitter. These platforms must ban military and pro-democracy, pro-military accounts, or at least censor their inflammatory posts. Google, Apple, and other related companies must stop hosting apps from the Burmese military and its businesses. With all the money and power in the world, these tech companies can easily make these life-saving fixes. Above all, the international community should consult with the women HRDs and CSOs in these issues of digital safety. In Burma's current situations, our unique needs and concerns are developing constantly. So these international entities can, for example, create a task force to specifically address the issue of digital security in Burma, or at least on human rights issues. On this note, I am very unfortunate that it is very unfortunate that the Twitter human rights team, which I was often in contact with, was abolished following Elon Musk's takeover. These remind me of my challenges with Facebook when the platform wouldn't effectively deal with the abusive posts that I would report. So to conclude, for women in the pro-democracy movement and human rights defenders and CSO to safely and effectively use digital platform, the international community must help address the online and offline risks and obstacles that they face. I thank you for your time once again for these opportunities, and I look forward to your question. Thank you.